Hello and welcome to this tutorial on the simple block number 2. So we will create this part in this tutorial, and I'll start with my origin right here, and I'll try and create the view in the same orientation as well. So this time I'm going to sketch on the top plane. I'm going to create a rectangle. So this rectangle, I'm going to choose the midpoint and the origin together. So control select them and then choose coincident. So now my midpoint is right on that. So now I'm right down here. So I need a 70 by 40 rectangle. So we'll add a dimension 70 and another one 40. So good. And then we'll extrude that part. And let's look at the height. So we're just going to go up to this point, which is that 20. So we'll choose 20. So now we'll quickly put the hole in right away and get that out of the way. So I'm going to sketch on this top face, hit the space bar and go normal 2. And then I'll draw that circle in and control select both of those points and we'll make them horizontal. And then we'll add a dimension to the size of the hole. So the size is 20. And then we'll go from the center to that edge, which is also 20. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll do an extruded cut. And this time we will always, typically a good choice will be through all. So that's our part so far. And now if we look, we want to create this shape. So we're going to create this shape in two parts. We're going to create a round, and then we'll just cut this last part off, this last angle off. So it looks like this line, these are aligned. So it's just another sketch here. And then again, spacebar and normal 2. And we'll basically draw that outer edge, snapping to the edge, and then we'll get that general shape in there, and we'll get that final shape with some dimensions. So looking at the drawing and adding some dimensions, this dimension is 30, and this one is 10. So again, we're going to assume that this whole thing is symmetric. So we'll make these two equal, so we don't have to add that dimension, and then we'll add another dimension here. And this will be that 10 again. And the last thing, we don't need a dimension, we just need to select both of these lines, and we'll make them collinear. Collinear. So now we're fully defined, we can exit our sketch, go into a feature. And it looks like the thickness of this is 20 millimeters as well. So there's that part now. So all we need to do is cut that off. So we could do a chamfer here, but I think the better way to do it is to draw in that rectangle. So I always prefer to have a shaded with edges as my display style. But if we were to turn on hidden, so that is the hidden lines visible, then that just gives me a little bit more to sketch from, because I want to go from this corner all the way up to that corner. And then again, I want to create a completely closed sketch. And you'll notice in this sketch, I don't actually need any dimensions because I'm going to that line and I'm going to this corner and this corner. I have all of those relations in there. So I'm good. So with that sketch, I'm going to just go. So instead of through all, there's something called up to next. So basically that takes this surface and goes up to the next surface, which is the backside of that part. And now that's that part created, that feature created. So I believe we have one more thing to do, and that's to add these two fillets, and they're of a 10 millimeter radius. So again, that fillet is right here. So you can either select both your edges and then go into the fillet, or you can select fillet and then select your edges. So 10 millimeters is correct, and we'll click OK. So there you have it. There's the simple block 02. Thanks for listening.